Good afternoon. It's Teri and Evan from the Great Herbal Outdoors. We're outside again today. Finally a bit warmer again this week. And we think we're going to go looking for the first wild edible greens, or at least one of the first wild edible greens. What should we find today?
The dandelion greens, because the flowers are not ready yet.
Let's find some dandelion greens. I think we're going to look for them near the edge of the garden. Where the garden meets the lawn is where I often find them, and it's really a good win-win situation when I can dig up the dandelions before they go to bloom. I get to eat them and they don't disperse more seed into the garden. So let's find a few of them. I think we're pretty close to some right now. Here we are. Evan's found one at the edge of the garden. I'm going to let you see what it looks like. And take a look at his tool. It's a long prodding tool. You could use a knife as well, but this works really good because he can get down alongside the edge of this plant, this dandelion with, yep. And what'd you get? Got some leaves?
I got the root and leaves.
All right. We have a little gathering
Hold on to wood.
basket here that we're using. What'd you find, a worm?
Yeah.
Oh, the worms are moving around.
I'm gonna come up with some dirt.
Okay. Now, one of the reasons we're digging dandelion leaves, we're taking a little bit of the root too, just to kind of put this plant back in its spot for a while so it doesn't immediately regrow really fast. But the leaves have been used as an edible food for years, centuries, in all cultures around the world. Mainly because
Oh, there's another one.
they're full of vitamins and minerals, including phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, vitamin A. It has a hefty dose of that. And it's very nutritious. You get it? And one of the things we use this for, well, we eat it. I'm going to put it in my salad tonight once we get it dug up and cleaned. He's got a tough root right there, it looks like. Notice that he approaches it from all the different sides, and if he can't get it up that way, he'll pull it. They're really strong.
I took off the root.
That's okay, we don't need the root. We need the leaves today. We'll use the root another time. Can you tell us a little about that basket you're putting them in?
It's used to have raspberries or strawberries, and you might want to put some water in it so the dirt can wash away, and then make sure it has some holes on the bottom so all the dirt can wash off.
Perfect. We're going to go show them that in a minute. Did you get another one there? Oh, look, there he took the root of that piece, and he only got a partial piece of the root. But let's see. Can you hold that up by your face so we can see both of you? Yes. Now, the root is also very good medicine, but we'll talk about that another day. Thanks, Evan. One of the things we learned about dandelion is it has some interesting names around the world. The French particularly like it, and they have some real interesting names, like they call it dandelion, and that means...
It means teeth of the lion.
Can you show us a tooth of the lion?
So it's really jagged edges.
Yeah, exactly. You can see how they might think that looked like the tooth of a lion. And our other favorite name for it is another French term. What is it?
It's pissenlit.
Pissenlit.
And I'm not talking about this piece.
Okay. Pissenlit means pea the bed. Pea the bed tells us that this plant is a strong diuretic, which means because people use it to cleanse the blood and eliminate toxins, especially in the spring when they do a little bit of a cleanse, pissenlit means that you would definitely be urinating more. And one of the reasons herbalists like this plant is because even though you're urinating and eliminating water and toxins and cellular debris, you are not eliminating the potassium, which is often the case with some of the allopathic medicines. You fall low on potassium. This plant has plenty of potassium, so you're not losing that. Okay, we're going to take our little basket up toward the house and show you how to use this. Here we are. We're at the outside fountain, and Evan's going to show you quickly how this might get washed off and cleaned a bit before we take them in the house. Go ahead. Now you remember we had a little recycled strawberry polyethylene crate here, so it's got some nice holes in the bottom. He's just letting the water run over it, wash off the first layer of dirt. Might take out a few pieces of grass and a few little leaves, but we'll finish cleaning it up when we get it either in the house or back here on the deck. All right, thanks, hon. Here I am sitting at the back deck, and I'm just cleaning up. You can see this is like a crown of dandelion. So there's some brown dead stuff around it. I just clean that up. I double check, see if there's any dead leaves, pull that off. And right now I'm not going to use the root for what we're doing today, but I will save it. And I'm just, again, you can see the size of some of these roots. We only got a piece of it. I'm sure it went down a lot further. But this brown, it's just really dead leaf material around the crown. That comes off. Any dead leaves come off. And then I just cut those leaves right off. Now, they may take another washing in the house, but they're actually being cleaned pretty well when I do that. This one's got a little bit of grass in it. Depending where you pick your dandelions, you might find a leaf or two at this time of year. If you haven't had a chance to do any raking yet. And that one's dead. And we just continue on that way. So when I get in the house with all of these lovely greens, I might eat one right now because I can't wait. It's just like the taste of spring to me. There we go. A little bit bitter. Very green. Very green tasting. And
does it, I have a question. Does it cool you off if you have a fever?
It could have that effect. We call dandelion, the energetics of dandelion are bitter and cooling. So yes, it could have that effect, and you can see that might be also part of the extra amount of urination. You're getting rid of those fluids, just like a fever would cause you to sweat. So it could be, yeah, it could be considered a cooling, bitter, tonic herb. And when I get inside the house, I will rinse them once more, and then they're going on my salad tonight. So my favorite salad dressing is olive oil and vinegar, or olive oil and some kind of herb infused vinegar, usually hawthorn or mugwort. We'll talk about another time. I would like to show you this though, if I can get this before I finish talking, getting all the leaves off from this one. I've kind of pulled this away so you can maybe get a close-up of it, Evan. In the center of each of these crowns of leaves, there will be at least one bud. Usually one, but sometimes more than one. And then that bud, when I peel that, I've tried to peel some of that back already, that becomes the flower. That big fat bud is not going to become a flower and send more seeds in the garden. Not this one anyway. So they can be eaten on salad, you can toss them into soup, you can stir fry them. You can certainly dehydrate them and use them as a powdered green in your green smoothies. There's lots of ways to use this plant. I hope you get out and dig a few, or cut off at least a few dandelion greens if you can find them. Please remember, not only are we not doctors and you're not our patient, but we also don't want you harvesting dandelions that may possibly have been sprayed with any kind of poison or toxin. So go somewhere wild to find your dandelions. If you live in town, chances are pretty good one of your neighbors may have sprayed and there may be some drift. Look for the clean, fresh ones. Enjoy.
Hey, I wanted to say goodbye and have some of the fun in this video. Bye.
Bye.